Hey, how's it going, everyone? Sinister here of the gamers section, and welcome to the channel. Hope y'all like, subscribe. Let's get down to business, shall we? And today's review is Resident Evil 2 Remake. This game was released back in January. It's on multiple systems like PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and other systems. So I've been gonna break down like how does it look, how does it play, the fun factor, challenges, everything. So let's get down to business, shall we? Graphically, this game looks amazing. I mean, at 60 frames per second, and especially it looks amazing if you're playing on the PC or you got a 4K TV. I mean, you're really gonna push the graphics to the limit. I mean, just the detail of the characters, like of Leon and Claire, and of course the other NPCs in the game, stuff like that. Even of course old Mr. X himself. I mean, old trench coat and fedora and all stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, gotta get props to Capcom. I mean, really put in the detail throughout the whole game, like from the buildings, the vehicles, the character detail, everything. So it's like yeah, it's like, and of course like the way it starts off. I mean, you can see all the rainy effects, like how the whole thing got started, like the whole incident with the T virus and stuff like that. So it's like yeah, basically, of course, in Resident Evil Fair you see zombies everywhere because well, of course, Raccoon City, Raccoon City can never catch a break. So I mean, for those who play the original, I mean, you already know the story with with Leon being the rookie cop, and of course Claire, Chris's kid sister, trying to come into town. They meet up, and this incident happens. So basically, they get split up. So basically, you get the control of each one, like through their adventures and stuff like that. Of course, you got an A and B mode, depending on who you start with first. So basically, whoever you finish the game with, the other character starts with in the game B, things like that. So, anyways, that's basically like the story premise of it. And of course, since I already mentioned about the graphics, how cool it looks and detail and everything. So anyways, that's hard. Going to the gameplay. The gameplay is amazing and stuff like that. I mean, it controls well and things like that. I mean, like especially with the character runs. Of course, how he shoots and aims and things like that. Especially, when you get in tight situations, like, you get cornered by monsters like either zombies or, of course, Mr. X himself. So, especially with, speaking of Mr. X, I mean, yeah, he's like real stalkerish on this game. I mean, he'll stalk you, like, the minute, depends on where you're at in the building, except for the save rooms, stuff like that. So, but, of course, like, I mean, if you get into a tight situation, of course, you hear big thunder and stuff, of course, Mr. X is coming, so depending where you are, you better know where you you have a quick escape route because he will keep coming and stuff like that. Because you need heavy power weapons, to stun him and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, so that's real cool. And of course, the challenger part. Of course, speaking of the challenges, you have like three difficulty modes on here. You have assist, standard, and hardcore. So basically, assist is like this is really for those who are new to the game, like newcomers who never played the original game and they're just basically started on this game. I suggest like for them to start out with, but of course everyone is different. Anyone can choose any difficulty that they want. So, anyways, standard it's like the balance mode. You can pretty much say it's like normal and stuff like that. For anybody who's already played it before, it's like like you want to shake off the rust. It's like, hey, this is the mode for you. Stuff and like you want to get a feel of the game again. It's like okay, I'm ready for the challenge and things like that. So, and of course, hardcore. Those are like for those who are seeking a challenge and things like that. Like ammo is very scarce, so basically, yeah, you really gotta watch your ammo and stuff like that. Like because it's very scarce, especially you get in tight situations like if you're fighting Birkin in his first form because he'll definitely could be coming after you, and he'll really do some heavy damage on you. Same thing with the liquors and stuff like that. You really gotta watch out where the liquors are at. It if you can, sometimes you can look up and you can hear them. It's like, hey, take precaution. It's like either you gotta sneak around them quietly so that way they don't attack you, or if you got ammo left, take them out and stuff like that. So basically, you gotta try worry when you're playing the hardcore mode. So anyway, that's basically how it breaks down. Of course, how far the gameplay is like the puzzles. Of course, what's Resident Evil without the puzzles, stuff like that. Of course, the whole game is scattered with puzzles, depending who you use. But of course, there are certain areas that is only good for certain characters, like say Leon. This room can only be accessed by Leon, and of course he can go in there, get whatever he needs in there. Like if it sees a clue, like a paper that, it's only him who can get to it, stuff like that. Or certain areas, like it's only meant for Claire and of course Shirley, the little girl that goes with her. I mean, of course you're gonna need that, access that, and it's like, oh, okay, this is the clue that I need to, access this thing. There are certain locks in the game that they'll usually give you clues. So basically, search everywhere, stuff like that, because I mean it will definitely help you out, especially with some of the tougher puzzles and things like that. So, well, to me, like there was like only one certain puzzle that kind of slowed me down. Of course, that's through Leon's campaign and stuff like that, because there was like a key item I need to access to a certain area. So it definitely took me a few tries to get back by it, but but of course the challenge is fun. Of course, like that. And so, is this game fun? Would you recommend it? Well, it's definitely I recommend this. Like anything, like this is like one of the better Resident Evil fans. Well, of course, overall, Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games and stuff like out of the whole series. So yeah, I mean, I really love it. Like the challenge, the gameplay, everything. So now down to the nitty gritty. It's like, well, what score would I give this game? I give this game a 4.5 out of 5. Like I said, the game is fun. Brings back the memories, things like that. But of course, it's all about trial and error. Got to know where certain things are, things like that. The one downside is like, especially like some of the zombies, especially the way you start out, they eat bullets like candy and stuff like that. So they're gonna be really tricky to take down. And of course, I mean, it's best to have like a knife on you and stuff like that. You can shoot them. And definitely you just knife them to death. Some zombies you can sit there and run around them and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about taking damage and stuff like that. But always keep stocking up on health items and things like that. So it will definitely save your life. But of course, if you're playing on hardcore mode, you always got to go to the typewriters to save your progress and things like that. So be wary and things like that. And of course, finally, especially when it comes to unlockables and stuff like that, I mean, you're not going to get it the first time around, stuff like that. But overall, I mean, if you beat it the first time, hey, you know what to do and go through it. Just go ahead and do it. And you can probably speed run through the game and get those better items, unlockables and things like that. Of course, unlimited ammo for certain guns like a rocket launcher, a minigun, or even unlimited knives and stuff like that. So anyways, that's my review of it. Like I said, before at the beginning of the video, hope you guys all like our channel, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. This is Sinister. Be easy.